You're watching the Kansas City Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Hall of Fame head coach Bill Belichick, the 8-time Super Bowl champion, had some very kind words to say about Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes after the win against the Atlanta Falcons. We will show you what he had to say, break it down piece by piece, coming up in just a moment. Before we do, I want to set a record here on today's show. We are closing in on the month of October, about to close the book on September. The most subscribers we've gotten on a Chiefs video this month is 150. Not bad, or 128 rather. Not bad, but we can do better. I want to get 150 new subs off of today's video. Guys, can you make it happen? For daily Chiefs coverage, live shows every Tuesday, watch parties most game days, breaking news, Q&A mailbags, and more. It's all right here on the Chiefs Report. Subscribe now for free. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Belichick sounds off. The former New England Patriots head coach loved what he saw from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes on Sunday. And that's contrary to what most people were saying after the Chiefs' performance against the Falcons, when Mahomes did not necessarily play that great, if we're going to be honest with you. But Belichick went on the Pat McAfee Show and said this. One of the things that really jumped out to me Sunday night when they interviewed Mahomes, they're 3-0, and you could easily sit there and say they're on course, and here we go again with a big win in Atlanta and all that. But there's Mahomes talking about how bad they're playing and how much harder they need to work and improve. And honestly, I think that's the attitude of a champion right there. It jumps off the screen at you. They won a big game, and really what he's talking about is how much work they have to do and how much better they need to be, and how it starts with him. When he says that, and you're a member of that team, it's hard for you not to take that same attitude and say, you know what, if Patrick feels we need to play better, then we need to play better. Then maybe I need to play better too. I thought that was a great leadership from their leader. So let's break this down piece by piece of what Belichick had to say there, starting with saying that Mahomes knows that KC needs to improve. And you think about it where the Kansas City Chiefs are at through the first 3 games. You just went through a gauntlet, right? You took on 3 teams that have pretty good quarterbacks with Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Kirk Cousins, and it's not getting any easier. You play the Chargers this week. We'll see what the status is when it comes to Justin Herbert, but then you're looking ahead, and it's going to be a challenge. You think about what this team's went through, all right? Yes, they're 3-0, but they haven't looked good in that process. They're not getting the style points. Thank God this is not the BCS in college football where you're trying to have to prove yourself to make one of the big bowl games or something. Thankfully, they're not Florida State last year getting left out of the playoff, right? You got the win over the Ravens, 27-20 in a nail-biter. You got by the Bengals in a come-from-behind win. Week 3, you beat the Falcons on the road, 22-17. But now you look ahead the next 3 weeks. You take on the Chargers, and the Chargers have a lot of issues, but it's still a road game and a divisional matchup. You take on the Saints, and the Saints looked really good the first 2 weeks. That's a team that should not be taken lightly by any stretch of the imagination. You have a bye, and then you face the San Francisco 49ers. I know the Niners don't look great. They've already lost 2 games, but they're going to be hungry. They're going to be wanting revenge from the Super Bowl. It's a road game. They still have Purdy and all those guys there. The Chiefs need to figure some things out pretty fast. How would you grade the Chiefs' start to the season? They're 3-0, but haven't looked good. What do you guys think? A, B, C, D, or F? Weigh in and let us know on our pinned comment today. You might get an ad break while the ad's playing. Let us know, A, B, C, D, or F. Number 2 on the takeaways from what Belichick had to say about Mahomes and the Chiefs. He talked about the attitude of a champion, that Mahomes has the mindset, that he knows what it takes. He's been there, done that. And I think what you see with a guy like Patrick Mahomes, who's still very young, only 29 years old, he is wise beyond his years. That Mahomes is carrying himself so well and carrying this team with the right approach and the right mindset. And I don't think we show you guys this enough of just this resume for Patrick Mahomes of where things are at right now. When we talk about the attitude of a champion, the resume's there to back it up. I mean, 3-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, 2-time NFL MVP, 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first-team All-Pro. You guys already know that, but I don't think it gets said enough of just what this guy has already accomplished throughout his career and shown what it takes to win at the highest level. And the other guys, they got to feed off that from Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, from what Belichick had to say, it starts with Mahomes. It starts with Patrick Mahomes. It ends with Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes hasn't played great. If we're going to be honest with y'all, through the first 3 games, this is not the best version of Patrick Mahomes that we have seen by any stretch of the imagination based on the way he's played to start off 2024. But I'm of the mindset I have no reason to think that Mahomes isn't going to figure it out, that it isn't going to get better. Maybe Mahomes doesn't win the MVP this year. Oh, well. Enjoy another MVP, Lamar Jackson. We know you're not going to do anything in the postseason anyway. This team is all about winning in January and February and not September, and they're still winning football games. Mahomes' completion percentage, solid, nice, 69.6%, 659 yards, 5 touchdowns with 4 picks. I think that's the thing with Mahomes. If there's one big takeaway of what he needs to do differently that could help out this team going forward, the biggest thing is cutting back on turnovers. Mahomes got to do a better job taking care of the football. He knows that. The Chiefs know that. And I think he'll figure it out at some point going forward from here as far as that goes. What is your confidence level in Patrick Mahomes of turning things around, of getting it back on track? How do you guys feel right now? Scale it for me 1 through 10. My confidence level, I'm going with a 10. I have no reason to doubt 15 and what he brings to the table. Scale it for me 1 through 10 in the comment section. Xavier Worthy jerseys are on sale now. Xavier Worthy, I got to tell you, I'm excited about him. Can't wait to see what he continues to do here in Kansas City. He's wearing the number 1. We got the home red jersey. We got the road white. Got men's and women's options, all sorts of different shapes and sizes. And there's free shipping available as well. Go see for yourself. Chatsports.com/Worthy. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. 2 more on the takeaways from Belichick. He talked about this team taking on Mahomes' mentality. And the thing for me, the way I interpret that, is to lead by example. And Mahomes is sitting here saying to himself, look, I'm not playing great. We're not playing great. We got work to do. And if you're a young guy in that Chiefs locker room, and Patrick Mahomes is sitting here saying, I got to get better, doesn't that send a message to the young guys in that locker room, to everybody else? Hey, if the most talented quarterback in the history of this game is sitting here saying, I got to do more, that means everybody else has got to do more. Mahomes said this a while back on the weekly mentality, on getting better every week. He said you just have to have the mentality of getting yourself better. In order to win, you have to get better and better every single year, and that's the mentality you have to have. And that's what I think everybody else is taking on, is that mentality of getting better each and every week, and I think you're going to see improvements from there. Last thing from Belichick, great leadership from the leader. There's no doubt about it. This is Patrick Mahomes' team. That hasn't changed. This isn't Travis Kelce's team. This isn't Rashee Rice's team. This isn't Chris Jones' team. This is Patrick Mahomes' team, and he's locked in. And he's saying the right things. He's delivering the right messaging. Even his wife, Brittany Mahomes, a while back, said this when it comes to Mahomes and his leadership skills. He would never once blame it on anyone else like it was what I am doing wrong. How can I be better as a leader? How can I make this team be better? And that's what he's doing. He's looking for ways to get better, and everybody else is going to fall in line and do the same thing here. Folks, I understand they're not playing great, but they're 3-0. Could be a lot worse. Mahomes, he's going to figure it out. I can guarantee you that much. For continuing Chiefs coverage, subscribe now to the Chiefs Report, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. I'm Tyler Jones. We'll see you next time.